Just live right across the street. So I'm going to act like I'm on the phone with you because my stalker's out on her porch again. Just creep on me. They can't help it. Uh, Apparently I'm their only entertainment. So let's be on the phone. I'm trying to keep Jenny to my right. She's not cooperating. How are you, Jenny? I got her bag of poop. So yeah, this is the neighborhood, the corner store where my friends are at. I used to work there. I enjoyed it. Got to meet people in the neighborhood. But yeah, you see her on her porch today. She's watching out of her door. So weird, you guys. I don't understand. But again, she was out in front of her house a week and a half ago screaming about the white lady. Stay off the white lady lawn and stuff like that, which is weird because it was 11:30 at night and I just heard her screaming. So yeah, you'll have that. So they just came out. They see me walking back over with my dog. So they're gonna come out in their driveway and just stand there and stare at me like a fucking weirdo. And that is exactly what I deal with every day. Imagine that in my backyard. Yeah, I'll show you my backyard. Um, yeah, so imagine that in my backyard, right up against me, every day. Yeah, it's the staring that's weird. It's like Jeepers Creepers on steroids. The staring, yeah, it is stand there and stare at me, right? Uh, Super fucking weird, man. Because I got nothing. So this is me. I gotta hide behind this fence. Get my dog gift guard it. She sprays chemicals on it, so throw dirty chicken bones over my fence, and my puppy died last year about this time. So they're starting up their stuff again, creeping on me. It's not right, y'all. I just want to be left alone, but they can't help it. Every time I step outside of my house, every time. She sits in her car and watches me water my little garden here, right? Sits here and watches me while she gets high in the morning because I don't know if her air conditioner doesn't work. I'm shaking, man. This sucks. Leave old lady alone, dog. Now, I'm going in to get my other puppy, and I'll be god darned if I'm not going to walk him because I own this house. Have her just start shaking. guys, thank you for joining my live. I'm just going to be walking my dogs. I'm taking you for safety just because these kids are bothering me. They've been doing it for 6 years. It's no big deal. I'm used to it. But unfortunately, I have to document for my lawyer. So, cheers. I'm going to be bringing out Marley. He's my rescue puppy. He's about 7 months old. I'm just trying to keep him alive because they like to hurt animals. So I'm just really paranoid about my boy. It's the first time I've locked him at the park in his life because I'm just paranoid. They follow me around, so it's weird. So go with me. Gonna get the boy. Who's that? You get a turn, buddy. Marley gets a turn. Happy park day, buddy. You ready? Are you ready for this? So to ensure that you get a better view of kind of maybe what I'm dealing with, I hope we don't see it, I'll put you up to my ear like I'm talking to you on the phone. Here we go. Okay, so I'm shaking. Huh? Come on, buddy. Let's put this on this hand. Let's see. I don't know. I've never walked. All right, first walk. Here we go. It's too much. Oh boy. Let's see. Okay. This is Marty. Say hi, Marty. He's ready to go. The harness is a little too big. I'm gonna deal with the collar. Oh, yeah. The collar. And let's hang on to that. So. There we go. My jury-rigged resourcefulness here in my property. Please forgive me now. Work in progress. Stay with me, buddy. He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Nah, no car. Come on. Yeah. He's like, what am I doing? Where am I going? Where am I going? buddy. Come on. I just crossing the street for the first time. Yeah. He does not know what he's doing, but he's doing pretty well. Come on, this way, this way. It's like, where are we going, man? Oh, come on, buddy. Come on. So, can't really talk and text or answer questions, but hi, everybody. This is Marley. We're just taking his first walk ever, months old. I've been kind of hiding in my house, just kind of being stalked by my neighbor. It's just shenanigans, you know? Like, these are my heroes. They take care of everybody here. They're wonderful, the fire and police. Go First District. Thank you for everything. You have my appreciation. A lot of shootings, trafficking, people dying because of what they're putting in their stuff. There was a elementary school, but there's a lot of good people in this neighborhood, and we just deserve to be, harassed. First just left. They come back periodically. Yeah, I love Thrush Park. I love the people, little stores, little gas station over there. So, people trying to feed their kids. Some of my friends are raising their grandkids, and it's tough. So if you're struggling, just stay strong, put one foot in front of the other, and keep on trucking, because that's all we got, man. Because if you stop, it's like somebody will take advantage of that. So we're going to try again. It keeps going on and off. I don't know if the Wi-Fi is spotty, but this is Marley's first vlog. Yes. So we're So you guys have park? It's ooh, look at that sky. Yeah. Ooh. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Can you see the skies? Yeah. Let's go, Marley. We got to get home before it storms. Welcome to our walk. So yeah, if you can, get some rest today. Do that, because life keeps you going. But, stay strong, and don't let anybody take your chi today or any day, because they don't deserve it. So that's all I have. And I hope y'all have a great day. Hi, Marley. Marley hopes you have a great day. Look at the sky. Ooh. Yeah. Beautiful. So this corner store that I'm coming up on, it's called Convenient. And I worked for Max. He was the owner. He was about 27 years old. I worked for him for about, on and off, over a period of 4 years. I've been here for about 6 years. Oh, I hear the thunder. Come on. And so I love Max. If I needed a charger, he would give me his own personal charger if he ran out at the store of chargers, and, my van's not working or whatever. Had issues on and off with cars, but who doesn't? Anyway, this convenience store has a beautiful little community. Just some really good people who get together. There's a little table in there, so they can play Keno, hang out a bit. A lot of older people are retired in the area, and just walk up to the store. That's the convenient little store. And Max died in a horrific accident. Corner. Now where the sign is, the convenience sign, it had a couple of gunshots in it. It was a broken sign. And Max's brother and family took over the store, and his parents went back to India, and that was sad. I miss Joaquin and his wife, but at this corner store we planted some flowers in Max's name, and they grow to be about 6 feet high. And the beautiful part of it is people used to trash there, but they don't anymore because these beautiful flowers. So every year in honor of Max, I have to turn around, he's gonna knock me down. We plant flowers in that garden, and they grow high, and then we started giving out flowers, or my friend Mike did. He grows them at his house. They're these beautiful, all different kinds of beautiful, colorful flowers. And again, they're about 4 or 5 feet high by the end of the summer because they're probably 20th generational seeds. And so the neighborhood will get plants and from Mike and Ike at the corner and take them to their house and plant them. So, it's a beautiful thing when you can watch something grow and you can inspire other people. Own the store, helped a lot of people. A lot of, when he passed, we really felt that. So we're coming back up on my house. It's the one with the fire hydrant. And normally my stalkers will just stand on their porch and stare me down and, try to bait me into doing or saying something stupid. It's just weird. But I ignore them. For the most part, they're just kids, maybe being gang, member raised, but still I have to remember that I'm that Sunday school teacher, that mission trip leader, that person that my personal God of choice, my only God, wants me to be. That's who he wants me to be, is kind and loving and ignore evil because it's next door to you. And so it's all you can do when it's on top of you is stand up in his name for his name's sake, protect what's yours. Because if you don't, they'll take it from you. See that fence? I had to put that up. She would roll over my lawn in her car. Come right out of my driveway here and run all over my yard and come up to my fence here on Easter, throw dead animals under my van and scream from this fence. And my animals shake my fence, trying to get them fighting and stuff. And then finally my dog died last year. And so I just want to say thank you for going on this walk with me. Get me home safe. This is my little humble abode. It's not much. I have a lot of repairs that I need to make. But my money right now is going to my lawyer. And that's a shame. Half of my disability is in lawyer fees right now to try to keep that off me and to keep evil people away from me. So if you're intending to do somebody harm, don't. There's no reason for it. And if somebody's doing harm to somebody you love, reach out, right? Because it's a lonely feeling, right? When you can't bring your family to your house, when you can't fix up your house, when you can't keep yourself safe. So I'm sure they'd appreciate if y'all reached out to him. I have family who reaches out to me. Tara, girl, you got me. My friends, my ride or dies. My kids I keep out of because she threatened my kids, threatened to find them, right? The thing is when you do and say stuff on camera and you keep doing it for 6 years, at some point, the law, they can't do anything for you. They drive by and they protect me and I can call them and, gotta have video proof. So I gotta have video cameras all over. So I had to pay for that. Gotta pay for the storage for the video cameras. Can't even afford lotion for my face. But I'm surviving and hoping for the next gig that might fall out of the sky so I can get a little extra and maybe a little privacy screen, so that they're not watching me. Let me show you something. Oh, okay, so she got in her car and left. So apparently me going live, when I first left on this live, they were watching me from the porch. The boy had to come out, just make sure that there's some kind of interaction, and it's okay because they're not screaming obscenities at me. Well, like they were last week, but, or throwing rusty nails or glass over the fence like they did 2 weeks ago. But, that was just ongoing. But at least the verbal assaults every time I come out, sure, the physical, staring me down, trying to come close to me or whatever, and having a couple kids from down the street who their mom had just gotten out of prison. The kid ran up to me last summer. I was at the park. I have 2 pit bulls, and My dogs are on a leash, and this little 7-year-old boy ran at me, and he was only wearing a pair of shorts and no shoes or anything, and I didn't know who he was. And he said he'd just moved in, and I said, well, welcome, and he said his mom had just gotten out of prison in Texas, and that they didn't have any food. So I said, well, here, you know what, I live down there, I'll put a box of food out on, by my mailbox for you, be sure to come and get it. So every day he begged me for food. So 3 days in a row I'm giving bags of food. Not a big deal. Kid's hungry, kid needs to eat, if I got it, I'm gonna give it to you. So he would see me at the park about 4 days after that. Let me shut this gate. And he would scream from He would scream from halfway across the park, she's home, she's got food. And he would come tearing over on his bike. So I didn't have any extra at that point. I'm not sure if they got mad, but that week they hooked up with my stalkers next door who have been actively, hunting me. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this gate. Hang on a sec. Can use your help. This is resourcefulness at its finest. So yeah. Anyway, they hooked up, and I'm sorry, it's upsetting, but only because it's been a year since my puppy died, and I believe he was poisoned by Beniqua and her kids. They were throwing dirty chicken bones over my fence and all kinds of other stuff. But I saw Marvel eat a chicken bone. He was not even 2 yet. And I was terrified, but he seemed to be okay. I didn't know that it was a chicken bone until the day after I found him underneath my trash can. So they were throwing them over my fence here. Right here. They had their trash cans right here, and they would pop off M100s in their trash can right here, and that's my window. That was last summer. So basically, they throw the dirty bones over here underneath my trash bins, right? And I didn't know that at the time. And I've got a camera there now, after the fact. Had to get a newer, more expensive security system for my junky abode, honestly. And just leave me alone. And so a day later, he died right in front of me. Died right in my yard, right in front of me. And he was supposed to get a necropsy. It was a prosecution case with the Animal Protection League and a humane investigator. But they did not do the necropsy for 2 weeks. And any poison he had in his system would have been diluted, would have been gone. And they told me that straight away up front. So that was heartbreaking. I had just had surgery that week on my rotator cuff. They actually had to put 6 screws in and tether it all down. And I have severe physical issues where a surgeon is who I see instead of a doctor, just because I have diagnoses that my muscles tear, so they just need to be fixed. Every time I have some kind of surgery, this Beniqua comes at me, right? Physically threatening. The kids were screaming about how they killed my dog, ha ha ha. I have a lot of live videos on my YouTube channel here that are on private. I have over 300 videos from the last 6 years just detailing harassment, blocking my driveway. The list goes on. You want the list? Watch the videos. She got smart. The prosecutor must have gotten hold of her. The police, she filed a false police report on me, said that over my Ring camera I said, "Children, be quiet and go back in the house." After the officer was done talking to her, they didn't bother me for 3 months. 3 months went by, right? So I don't know what he said, but I was grateful. And I'm just grateful when they just leave me alone. But they started up again yesterday and the other day. There's 5 kids back here, and they're unattended. And there's a trampoline, and they're putting their dog on the trampoline, jumping up and down. You hear the dog squealing in the videos. The same dogs about 3.5, 4 weeks ago, her son was beating him with, he had like a toy gun, like a water gun or something in his hand, and he was literally beating the dog. And that's on my Ring camera. Then he turns around with the loaded Nerf gun, fully loaded, shooting this dog in the face. So I call the APO and I let him know. That's all I can do. But she hides from people. She hides her car back here, won't address anything. And I don't know if they just let it go or if it's piling up. It takes months, they say, to put a case together, but in Ohio, it's a Dick Goddard law. If you harm an animal, it's a felony. It starts at like 10 years or something. So be careful. Like, don't be beating your dog in front of somebody who saves dogs and rescues dogs, and don't kill somebody or beat on somebody's dogs or throw things at somebody's dogs who rescue dogs. The dogs are rescued for a reason because of people. We get them from people that do that to them, right? People that abuse dogs. That's who I get. That's the dogs I get. So I'm just trying to protect myself, protect my property. I own it, but I have a lawyer, and there are some court things that I have to take care of, and unfortunately that's what you do when you're a grown-ass woman and you have a house. You got to protect it from people who want to take it from you for no reason. There's no reason for this. I'm sorry, you can't deal in my driveway. You can't threaten to kill me. Your dude threatened to kill me in front of my house when he's got a record and he ends up doing 3 years. Is he there now? Where's, you know, saw him. They like to mess with people. So people who are disabled, people who are single, people who they feel like they can get it over on. I've lived in terror. 6 years now. I'm done. This summer I'm going to be able to sit on my porch and read about the Appalachian Trail or whatever I want to do, you know. I'm not a bad person, and there's no reason for anybody to treat me like this. It's ungodly. They're inside their houses doing what they're doing because they're dealers, and that's what they do, and they're not watching their kids. And unfortunately, everybody's paying for it. 6 people moved out of this area 2 years ago. Nobody moved in until last summer. And now I have great neighbors. Great neighbors on this side, great neighbors upstairs, great neighbors in the whole neighborhood. These 2 people, the boy I didn't feed, and his mother, who, you know, Texas prisons, and self-admitted Crip gang member next door. She put it on Facebook, public. So everybody, you know, that's her, not me. That's public information, right? So everybody's watching now. Everybody knows what they're dealing with. Because, you know, at the end of the day, somebody had to stand up. And I don't know what God's plan is for me. I don't know if I'm supposed to stay here in this house that I love, that I want to fix up, that I bought to fix up. Because 2 months after I bought it to fix it up, you know, the pandemic hit. And the gang moved in and ran a trap house. Fully active for 3 years. Fully active. Still banging last year. This year, no. Because people are watching. She's trying, you know, but at the end of the day, listen, people are trying to survive. I don't judge anybody. I was a store manager in Watts, California. Southgate. Beloved Southgate. 2 blocks from Watts, right? And I was a store manager, so I hired all colors. They were wearing them, not in my store, but we all worked together, and they got along fine. We never had any issues. That never came up in that area, in my store. That never came up. And I'll tell you why, because people care about each other, and people are just trying to survive. I get that. Just don't do it at somebody else's expense, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, God's got my back, you know, and I can't come up with any better type of vengeance than my God can. Read about it, you know, and I can tell you some stories even now that have protected me and kept me safe here. But I have a lot of great friends, a lot of awesome people, man. Like, that's Cleveland, you know? That's the Cleveland that bands together. It only takes a couple people to tear it apart. But I'm not going to let them make me into somebody that I'm not. I'm not the person you can bait. I'm not the person that's going to scream obscenities back at you, because that's what you do. I'm not going to fight you. I'll protect myself, and I'll end it. For whoever, you know? I joke about semi-commissary, because, you know, you have to think about protecting yourself. You know, so does that make it premeditated? How sad. I'm a 62-year-old old woman, just should be retiring, hanging out with my rescue animals, walking my dog at the park, watering my little lawn, fixing up my little awnings,
painting my house, maybe. That's what I should be doing. But no. Nah, I'm just protecting myself. I just wish my family and friends could come over, but I would never subject them to this. But I have a family in this area. So I've invited some neighbors over for the 4th of July, you know, just to have people over to give back a little, you know, some hot dogs, s'mores. Kids 2 houses down this way, never had a s'more. They're from another country. They're grateful to be here. And I'm grateful to have them as friends. So, if you're thinking about not being kind to somebody, you know, stop. You don't know what they're going through. You have no idea. The kind of physical pain, the kind of mental games you gotta play to keep yourself safe. You don't know what somebody's going through. So if you see somebody struggling, man, reach out. Reach out. And listen, people are walking the Appalachian Trail right now. I read about it. It's called the Trek, Trek. And you can go on the Trek and read about their adventures, and they're through hiking, and it takes about 6 months to get to Katahi. I don't even know how to say the last mountain in Maine. But you can send them a tip. So send them $5, you know, buy them a burger. Yeah, do it in my name. At MTV Mama. So, anyway, that's my live for today. I don't normally put myself on camera. If I do, it's full hair and makeup because I like to be in movies and stuff. Superman's filming, and you know, we're all just waiting for that phone call for some featured extra work, you know. But when Lost and Found in Cleveland comes out, go see it. You might see me in the background. I got 5 days on that set. Met Martin Sheen, super great guy. John Lovitz, dude's an idiot, man. Didn't know any of his lines. We were on set for like 16 hours, and it was frustrating. He thought he was funny, but he wasn't. So, Dennis, oh my gosh, the guy from the Allstate commercials, beautiful man. It was a great time. So I think it's going to be a holiday movie. So Lost and Found in Cleveland. You want to go see that, and maybe you'll see me in the background. It's like an antique roadshow, Cleveland style. Stacy Keach, people didn't know who he was. I'm like, Cheech and Chong, man. So anyway, I appreciate you going with me and being with me, and that's all I've got. Apparently it's a little bit of an emotional morning, walking Marley for the first time, and I'm grateful that you guys went with me. And I'm just going to start going live more often than not when things are good, and not just when they're screaming obscenities at me and I have to do it for documentation. So appreciate you, appreciate your support, and much love. You know, honestly, if you can do something nice for somebody today, pay it forward. It'll come back to you. I promise. And if it doesn't, well, you know, same shit, different day. Try again tomorrow. All right, peace out, you guys. Thanks for being with me.